Chip, two questions really. I think everyone thought coming into this game, they figured the D-line would be an important factor getting to Colin Klein. Can you talk about maybe how the defensive line played against Colin? And the second question is, you mentioned about you listen to offers. What is it, when you go into those interviews, what do you listen for? What are you looking for in the interview process in the NFL area?
Yeah, the first question, I thought, our entire defense played extremely well, and at every level. Our secondary, our linebackers, our defensive line, and it's truly a team effort. It's 11 guys. I thought they got a lot of good pressure without really having an all-out blitz Colin, and kind of disrupted them a little bit and kept them off balance. So, I think our D-line was integral in that. And then the second thing, I really don't know. I've only been in one interview in my life, so I can't really tell you that I got a checklist of, what I'm looking for. Last year kind of came out of the blue, and I thought it would be a good life experience, and it was. But, I really can't answer the second part of that. So.
In the back on the riser.
Jake Zibin-Kays in Eugene. Chip, when you now weigh the pros and cons in the next weeks of going to the NFL, what are some of the draws to you moving on and coaching at the next level and you're testing yourself at that next level?
I don't really know. I mean, that's part of what this whole thing is. It's more a fact-finding mission and finding out if it fits or doesn't fit. I don't really have that answer. I've never, like I said, I've been in one interview in my life, for the National Football League, and that was a year ago. So I don't really have any preconceived notions about it. And I think that's what this deal's all about for me. Is that it's not going to affect us in terms of we're not on the road. So I get an opportunity if people do call and see where they are. But I want to get it wrapped up quickly and figure out where I'm going to be.
On the aisle.
Hey Chip, Zach Berman from the Philadelphia Inquirer. On that topic, do you have interviews yet on schedule with the Eagles?
You guys have a big Tostitos Fiesta Bowl fan base.
We do this. I'd say this season we did this season.
You did?
Do you have interviews set up yet with?
I've talked to my agent is outstanding, and he knows that I want to coach this football game. There was nothing I was ever going to do that was going to distract me from this game, nor was it going to distract my players from this game. So, I'll talk to Dave either tonight or tomorrow, and see what he's done on my behalf, and that's why I have him. Is that this wasn't going to be a distraction. It wasn't a distraction for me. I think it's an honor, but I think it's an honor because of the players that we have in our program, and that's why people want to talk to me.
To the right, toward the back.
Jordan Whitley with Comcast Sportsnet. Now that it's out there that you're entertaining and willing to listen, I'm sure that you've had conversations with your players perhaps today on what the future holds. If you haven't talked to them about anything.
No. We
after the game,
after
come out.
We sung the fight song, so we were kind of fired up to do that. So, we got a great relationship. Our players, I want what's best for them. I think they want what's best for me, but I really haven't had a conversation with them. We were just in the locker room for a brief amount of time, and then we had to hustle out here to this press conference. So,
a couple more questions here in the middle.
Chip Kelly, Bernard Bokenny again. Bernard Bokenny again, 7:50 the game. How much will possible NCAA sanctions coming down affect your personal decision?
We've cooperated fully with them, and if they want to talk to us again, we'll continue to cooperate fully. So, I feel confident in the situation.
Way to the right.
Coach, back to the Fiesta Bowl here. It looked like you guys really hit the throttle in the second half. Was that part of your game plan, or was that an adjustment you had to make for the second half on offense?
No, we just kind of were off track a little bit in the first half. Wanted to, see if we got to get into a rhythm, and I think we're a rhythm offense. And when we get into the rhythm, the rhythm of the movement of our offense is, kind of allows us to do that. And it's usually, one first down, one big gain on first down, really can put us in that situation. And just kind of had to get back on track.
Here in the front to the left, Coach.
Mosley, registered guard. Chip, I know you hate hypotheticals, but who knows, maybe this is my last chance. Any thoughts on the group coming back and what it might mean to say goodbye to them, to not be leading this team next year?
Yeah, you're not getting a chance on hypotheticals. So. One thing we pride our football program on is consistency, and I can't change that, so we'll be pretty consistent with that. So.
To the right, Coach.
Coach Scott Reed, DuckSportsAuthority.com. On that DeAnthony Thomas run, Ron Strauss made an incredibly great block upfield. Can you talk about how important it is to have such an athletic lineman that's able to get up and down the field and make blocks?
Yeah, I don't know what particular run you're talking about, but the touchdown pass? Oh, on the screen, yeah. You know, part of what Wood's looking for and we're looking for in our offensive linemen is guys that can run. And you know, when we saw Ronas, he was in our camp, you know, and just watched him run and, you know, thought he was going to really fit what our mode is. You know, Max Unger, I think, made the Pro Bowl this year, you know, as a center, and I think Ronas is what we're looking for, that athletic kid that can play in space, strong enough to play at the point of attack, real intelligent. You know, and then the bright thing with him and, you know, Jake Fisher, Tyler Johnson, we got some young guys that are coming back. You know, Ronas only a sophomore, Tyler only a freshman, and Jake only being a sophomore. So, but you know, Ronas's ability to get out in space is really, really big for us, and I think it's kind of key in a spread offense to have a guy like that and to have a couple guys like that. So.
A little farther to the right.
Hi, Coach. Les Bowen from the Philadelphia Daily News.
Rivals.
Yes, bitter. I know Howie Roseman talks to coaches when he goes out on scouting trips. Do you have a relationship with him? Do you know him? Do you have impressions of him at all?
Yeah, I can't do an impression of him, but I mean, I've met Howie twice. He was here a couple years ago, and we had players, and I think he was here in September or whatnot, you know. And it's the same, you know, Trent Belke from the 49ers was at practice, our last practice in Eugene. Scott Pioli's been at our place. Thomas Dimitrov from the Atlanta Falcons. You know, I think it's just a testament to the players that we have, and really my interaction with those guys is, you know, 5-10 minutes. You know, these are the guys you should look at, you know, and give them anything they need. They're very helpful to us, and we try to be helpful to them. You know, we allow scouts to come into our place whenever time. We don't have any real set things for that. You know, I think it's important for our players to get that exposure if we do have kids that have the ability to play at the next level. So we've had a lot of, and I think it's because of the kids we have, the Deion Jordans and the Kiko Alonzos and the Kenyon Barners and kids like that. You know, usually when you have better players, the more higher ups come in, and I think that was really what the case was this year. So.
To the back on the riser.
Chip, you've coached with Mark Helfrich now for a few years, obviously very closely. What about him specifically makes you think he could succeed as a head coach of a college football program?
I think Helf could succeed at anything he wants to do. He's extremely intelligent, detail-oriented, great manager of people, great friend, one of the funniest guys I've ever met in my entire life, but knows how to be very, very serious when he has to be serious. We hit off immediately. I know Steve Greatwood and Tom Osborne had an existing relationship with him, and you know, when I became the head coach, I was really looking for an offensive coordinator that could bring some unique qualities to our staff, and someone that didn't, you know, just tell us what we wanted to hear. You know, that could challenge us. Came from a different system, but just, you know, I think Helf's special, and I love the guy.
I don't see any more hands. One more question. We'll end it with this one.
Coach, are you able to enjoy this win, this season for what it is, without getting into any what-ifs about the Stanford game, what might have been, or any of that?
No, I mean, we knew the rules of engagement coming in, and we lost to a real good Stanford team, and that happens, you know. And you know, I think the unique thing about our sport right now, until there's an expanded playoff system, is the playoffs start in week 1, you know. And if you lose a game, then you're kind of leaving it up to chance, you know. Alabama lost a game, you know, and everybody said they were out, and then we lost, and K-State lost, and then they were back in. But it's unique, you know. I don't have the magic answer, but the other unique thing about it is no one asks us. You know, us as coaches really don't have an opportunity to weigh in on how it should be played. But you know, we're not a what-if operation. You know, we control our own destiny, we control our own fate. Even though you really can't control destiny, because destiny is a predetermined set of events. So I get mad when people say they can control destiny. So, but we controlled our season. We lost to a great Stanford team. Take my hat off to them. I watched them represent this league extremely well with a big win over Wisconsin, you know, in the Rose Bowl, and what Dave's done down there in the last couple of years is really kind of great. I think it's great for our league, but it is what it is. You know, we lost in a hard-fought game in overtime, but the deal for us was we had an opportunity to play one more time, and it was an outstanding event. I thought the Fiesta Bowl people were just fantastic. Our kids had a great experience, and you know, it was a chance for us to improve on our season, and that's what our guys did. They accepted the challenge, and they did it. So.